This is my Toyota Chaser, which in my recent video, I crashed. It was my first time drifting this car, and first lap at it, I just got a little bit too much opposite lock in the wrong direction, ended up going headfirst into a tractor tyre, and all the brunt of the force has been on the front bumper of the car. Luckily afterwards though, I think I made up for it. I did quite a sweet lap. By this point it didn't really matter that I'd already smashed the front end. I didn't know what the damage was like, so I was just in full send mode, and that was my attempt. I left it there, I didn't do any further. Unfortunately, I could take it home because it's just a little bit of fiberglass work, or so I thought. Now the trouble is, the big problem here, I'm sat down for this. This little pumpkin is a Vertex bumper, part of a genuine Vertex body kit, which is valued at about £2,500. Now I could get a replica front bumper for about £300 new, or I could try and get this fixed. Now, my arms aren't very strong, so I'm not going to do the work myself, but I've got until the 5th of May, the Adam Seafest deadline, to get this sorted. Why don't you do the work yourself? Because I don't want to. It took me about 7 months to repair the Cobra after a small issue. That's finally back on the road now. There is no way that I'd be able to get this bumper fixed in time for Adam Seafest. And that's before I even consider doing fiberglass work myself. I've never done that before. I'm not going to try and attempt to repair an entire bumper. No, that is a job for the Sussex Studio, which is where we're heading to drop the car off and get this bumper sorted in time for the show. As I approach the Sussex Studio, you can tell immediately one of the reasons why I chose this place. They have a blue and white Dodge Viper GTS, but this one is on some pretty amazing wheels. There are big things coming for this car, so watch this space. This is going on air ride, being sunk to the ground. And no, I'm not gonna do that. There's no point having two cars like this on the scene. No, mine's staying standard. And another thing you'll notice is the diffuser on the back and the lack of rear exit exhaust, because these ones come out the side on both sides, because the exhaust does go down the side and then out through the back normally, but this has side pipes. Now I want to show you exactly what's wrong with the car, everything that needs to be done to it, but as you can see, I need to get home because I'm going to drop this off whilst the work's getting done. And I've had a little issue. Hope this isn't a sign of things to come, but we noticed the tyre was a bit flat, and it's as a result of this slight crack in the wall of the tyre that goes most of the way around, and somehow it still has a bit of air in, so wasn't noticed whilst driving. That needs to be changed, and the Chaser's tyre on the rear is the same size as the tyre on the front, so we're just going to swap them over for now. Whilst we swapped tyres around, we've got the Chaser into the studio, and I can show you exactly what the damage is. So there are various cracks. Of course, these, though they are genuine Vertex bumpers, they are fiberglass, so there's a whole piece that I do actually own that came out of there. A lot of paint has come off there, and it's all cracks everywhere. Luckily, it didn't destroy the intercooler or any of the pipe. I mean, it's kind of chipped away a little bit, but it's created like hairline cracks all over the bumper due to the stress and the forces when it hits a tractor tyre. And the worst of it, I think, in my opinion, a few more cracks here, is here, again, from the stress. So we've put a plaster on it just for now, but luckily it hasn't cracked underneath. So we've got away with that. So structurally, as a bumper, this is repairable. So that's what we wanted here. But we're going to have to take the wrap off to respray the whole bumper. So whilst we're taking the wrap off the bumper, we might as well take the wrap off the car and give it a new look for Adam Seafest on the 5th of May. So this livery was put on the Chaser for Adam Seafest last year, so it's been almost a year on the car, so it kind of makes sense to take it off. So we've got the heat gun, we're going to be very careful with it, because obviously we only need to take the front bit off, but we'll start with the doors and then maybe work our way forwards. Huh? Or have you started? Oh. How far down the door is it?
Probably all the way down.
Alright. Issue. We've obviously started on this side. As you can see, it has taken What would that be, like micro blisters?
Yeah, it's micro blisters that's taking the top layer of paint off.
Yeah, what's that going to take to fix? Paint.
Repaint. Yeah.
I've known about this bit before. It's only a small. That was always on the car, but I didn't. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So was this just like badly prepped paint when it was?
Yeah, just moisture.
Yeah. I kind of wish I hadn't taken the wrap off now, because I was going to have to one day, but. Not a nice thing to find when taking the wrap off a car. You never want to find it. Now, it's nothing to do with Violent D and the job that they did. It's due to the paint underneath, and that is the original paint that it came with when I bought the car. But I've no idea, it's not its original paint job from factory. So it's had a paint job back when it was in Japan or wherever, and it's nothing to do with the paint job from when the body kit was fitted, because that was done 2 years ago by Bewley Garage and there's no micro blisters there. So we're going to do a little look around the car whilst it's in here, fan out the extent of the micro blisters and see how much paint it needs, because at the moment it's looking like it's going to need an entire respray. We've also taken the wrap off the bonnet, and rather unusually, I don't know if it's because of the heat from under the bonnet or the black wrap that was on top of it, but on the two kind of above the arch sections, it's yellowed. Why is that yellowed? The heat? So maybe it's a poor clear coat in the past, and again, this was the paint that was on the car when I bought the car, so in Japan or wherever it was before it came into the UK, this was painted and painted badly. There's micro blisters in this as well, so this is going to need paint as well. We continued stripping down the car, taking all the livery off it, because we need to do that anyway, despite its many flaws and the peeling paint. But to really see the extent of the problems with the car, we had to bring it outside to give it a wash. So that is what we're doing now. We're washing the car to see how much of it has these micro blisters and how much of it needs paint, because as small and insignificant those two dots are, there's so much more, and inside you can see all of the blisters down the car. It is not good at all. The Sussex Studio is a haven for car people. They do detailing, they do refurbishment, they even build custom vents into panels and wide arches and so much more. They've got a paint booth, and you can hire their paint booth as well as their detailing bay if you want to do the work yourself but you don't have a space to do it. So that's what they're all about, and that's why they were perfect for the Chaser, and that's why they were perfect for changing the tyres over for me when I noticed that the tyre on this car was completely stripped. No idea how long that's been on there for or happened, so that's not good. Luckily it was still holding air and somehow didn't cause much bother. So what we're going to do now is, obviously they've washed it and they're going to work out how bad it is and whether we need to do a full respray. But between them, I think they're going to take the bumpers off and start the fiberglass repair, which is the whole reason it went there. And then we decide whether we go further and whether we actually have time to give it a full new look in time for Adam Seafest. Oh, I've just had my first ever puncture. Oh, right. Oh my God. Jesus, that's come off the rim. Oh my God. Right, I need some, let's get that out. Hallelujah. I've never used this before. It doesn't actually work. It's too big. It doesn't, so I can't change it anyway. The next junction, I'm coming off in 0.7 miles. So to summarise, obviously I was driving along here, felt a bit of a bump. I was like, that doesn't feel like road service, so started pulling over. I was in the fast lane, lane, is that 1 or 3, I can't remember. And when I was pulling over, it went. Luckily I was only going about 40, and it's come off the rear. Hello everyone. And my wrench is only big enough for one of the 5 nuts. So I haven't got locking wheel nuts on it, but one of the nuts is smaller. And I don't know how I've never noticed that. Like, I took these wheels off not that long ago to put them on the Chaser using my toolkit, and I only used one set. I think That guy that beeped me is coming to help though, so I'll update you in a bit. The guy stopped to say hello because he was a fan, and unfortunately he didn't have a socket or anything the right size. So luckily, Sam from the Hard Up Garage is just down the road, and his driver Dave is coming to sort me out and help me out. So that's good. I still don't know why. I'm not going to show you on the other side because it's dangerous, but one of my nuts on the other side is a wrong, it's smaller. Like that one, look, wait. How didn't I notice? Because I took this wheel off in February. Yeah, no, that's the same. So that one is smaller than all the rest, and it's the same the other side. And how didn't I notice that when I took these wheels off in February? That's what I can't get over. Luckily the traffic died down, so Dave was able to help me out and use his impact driver to put the space saver on. So we're just going to go back to Sam's unit to make sure that it is torqued properly, which, as you'll see, is quite convenient. So here we are to a rather familiar sight. It's the Yaris. Let me explain. So welcome to the Hard Up Garage and back to the Yaris. And remember, I joint own this car with Sam from Hard Up Garage. It's kind of his term with it. We've got joint custody of the car. And before Adam Seafest, he's going to do a few things to this car, he tells me, somewhat related to the door alignment and maybe somewhat related to the 4,000 likes on my recent video when I asked if people if I should get a flame kit on the car. So wait and see until Adam Seafest perhaps. And another thing, inside the garage is another update that a lot of you have been waiting for. Now, behind Sam's marvellous, beautiful mint Mustang is my unmarvellous, unbeautiful, unmint Renault Twingo in the same state as you saw it in the winter. Now, I've had a few personal things going on throughout the year that have meant that this hasn't been a priority, and whilst I would have liked to have at least got started on it before my show, it just hasn't happened. So Sam has now picked up the car and he tells me he wants to have a go at it. I don't know why, but make sure you're following Hard Up Garage over on YouTube to see any updates and see what we do with this. I'm going to probably put a post out on my Instagram or maybe even at Adam Seafest to ask what I should do with this, what colour I should go. But I have started because I've bought some sills. So they were 150 quid. So now I'm like, you know, this owes me about £1,000. I might as well continue, or do I? No, it needs to be the new daily. I'm thinking slammed, chrome dished wheels, and some quirky interior that I've already maybe started talking to D-Class about. So I just need to find parts like the windscreen rubber and everything else that it needs. Underneath it's a little bit crusty, in which I mean it's very crusty, and oh my god, there's a lot of dents. So all that's left for me to do now is kind of work out the logistics of getting all these cars to the show, and then go back to the Chaser, maybe once I've sorted the tyre, which is a bit flat, the space saver, and see what's happening with that. Hopefully no more bad news. So I'm going back to the Sussex Studio to find out whether the Chaser needs a full respray. So, Sussex Studio, here we are. The Chaser's in the studio. They've started work on it, and I now know the fate of the Chaser. Let me give you a little walk around. We'll show what the bumper looks like now as well. So obviously we've got the big front mount intercooler on display now. Looks so impactful with the bumper off. You can probably tell by my tone what I'm about to say, and I don't know how easy it is to show you, but if you look in the light, you can see pimples. They're micro blisters, and on the wing mirror, if you look in the light, they're micro blisters. Down the door, we know about this. It's taken paint off right there, and down there, and down there. They're micro blisters. This door is particularly bad. They're micro blisters. On the roof, micro blisters. And we have these two colours here that I did know about before, because when we fitted the body kit, we painted the whole rear end, because I took the spoiler off, and well, you can see that the paint was different. So the livery distracted the eye from that, but now it's pure white. It's not. So we are respraying the entire car. car. So let me know in the comments what colour you want me to go. I've got some ideas in mind, and obviously the reveal will be at my show. We've decided this already. I can't believe it's gone from like disarray and disappointment, and now we're getting excited. I mean, look at the... Yeah, that's a bit orange peely. Everyone loves a white chaser, but what about others? So I'm really eager to hear what you think we should do with this car. We have not got long at all. I say we, it's the Sussex Studio. They are closing off the paint booth, closing off the detail studio. This is now the priority because we can't just put the bumper on and be done with it. It needs a full respray because I want to take care of this car. I care about this car. This is kind of my flagship. It's got my name on it. Everyone knows this car. Everyone loves this car. Let me show you the damage and the repairs so far. So we knew about this crack here, and as I said, fortunately, it didn't crack down there, but further up, the initial brunt of the force, that has cracked down there. So we're kind of sanding it down, smoothing it out. You can see all the stress lines where they've been corrected. We're missing a big chunk here, but luckily I kept that chunk, so we're going to work around that. Cracks up here, and then all of these lines here, they're all the stress marks, and down here, oh, I kicked it. So this is going to be all done and nice and finished. My Vertex bumper, matching the side skirts and the rear. We're going to keep the exhaust for now, but this, when you next see it, will be a completely different colour. It will be a different colour. So give this Sussex Studio a follow to see what other projects they're up to, and if you want to use their studio, the paint booth, that's what it's there for, and you can keep an eye on what's going on with the Chaser. So let me know what colour you want me to go. I'm eager to see what you think would work on this car. I've always loved cherry red. I saw a dark green one recently. There's blues, obviously white, silver. I've seen a yellow one once before, and I think that's now dark green. So there aren't any yellow chasers on the scene at the moment. But I've already got a yellow car. So I'll see you all at Adam C Fest, where the grand reveal of the car will be. There are tickets available down in the video description. You can still apply for top 25 for the show. There will be another video about the paint of this car, what we do to it, how we do it, the colour reveal at the show and everything else. So make sure you hit that bell when you subscribed to be notified for that video as well. So something a bit different today. I thought I'd show you and share with you what the drift incident has led to. But for now, thanks for watching.